Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Helen who lost her sense of hearing and eyesight at an early age of 19 months. Her life, up to the age of 7, was filled with anger and frustration. The little girl, who lied on the ground, screaming and kicking, showed no signs of a future American author, a disability rights advocate, a political activist, and a lecturer. But when she met a talented young teacher, Anne Sullivan, her life slowly started to change. But how can you learn the word doll if you cannot see a doll? How can you learn the word water when you have never heard anyone speak? Anne realized that she has to use Helen's sense of touch to make her understand the different words. She held Helen's finger under running water and then spelled the word water on her hand. Similarly, she spelled the word doll. Helen suddenly understood that different words stood for different things. With the help of her fingers on Anne's lips, Helen felt the vibration of different words, and soon she was able to speak out loud for the first time. The dedication, the commitment, and the love that the young teacher Anne Sullivan showed not only changed Helen Keller's life forever, but also served as a spark that goes on to change the countless other lives on this planet. Ever since, the teacher and the student have been lifelong companions and beyond. On 20th October 1936, Anne Sullivan died with Helen holding her hand. She was cremated and her ashes interred in a memorial at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. 32 years later, when Helen Keller died, her ashes were also kept next to those of her teacher. Like some of you, first I came across Helen's story through school textbooks. Helen's life story is one of the brilliant stories that shows the significance and impact of teacher in everyone's life. Dear friends, let's all come together to wish one of the most important pillars in everyone's life, the teacher. So happy Teachers' Day to all the teachers out there. Of course, we would all agree that Teachers' Day is a day worth observing. In India, why do we observe Teachers' Day on September 5th among all the other days? Well, the story goes like this. When Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan took the office as the second president of India in 1962, his student approached him to ask permission to celebrate his birthday, September 5, as a special day. Dr. Radhakrishnan instead made a request to them to celebrate September 5 as the Teachers' Day to recognize the contributions made by the teachers to the society. It is very interesting to know that every country celebrates Teachers' Day by its own choice of date. And in 1994, when UNESCO announced the 5th of October as World Teachers' Day, many countries, including Germany, started celebrating Teachers' Day on 5th of October. To honor the efforts of teachers and to recognize their lasting contributions to the society and to everyone's lives, in my YouTube channel, Yours Lovingly Pavi, I want to give a platform to the voices and faces of teachers, students, and parents to share their opinions, experiences, and expectations. So let's see and listen to what they have to say. Come on.
My name is Venkatesh. I am a teacher teaching mechanical engineering for the past 9 years.
Hi, my name is Philip. I'm 25 years old and I'm teaching different martial arts to students of all ages from the age of 3 to 60 plus, and it's fun.
Hi, I am Aditya in grade 5 and I study in Australia. I am 10 years old and I have an interest in art and I play lots of video games. I am taking this video for Teachers' Day.
Hi, I'm Shreyas and I am a former year 8 student in London, UK. My interests are in creating new architectural designs with Legos and also doing paintings. My ambition is to become a surgeon and help people. I have a YouTube channel called Makesh where I post videos of me singing, and I love to sing.
Hello everyone, my name is Suyog. I'm currently enrolled in a master's program.
Hi, good morning. I'm Murali Prasad and I'm doing my master's in Germany.
Hi everyone, I'm Swati and I'm going to be sharing my experiences as a student. So I did my schooling in Chennai, then I did my bachelor's in architecture, then my first master's in city planning, and then a second master's. So you can say that I've been a student for a big part of my life.
Hello all, this is Nanganathan Arjun. I come from India and I'm currently doing my Masters in Data Science at TU Dortmund University. Before coming here, I have worked as a software engineer for 3 years in India at Solatus. And before that, I did my Bachelor's in Computer Science Engineering at Makesh Engineering College in Suyog, and I graduated in 2017. So my hobbies are like kind of, playing cricket, football and, stock market.
Hi everybody, this is Sriram Vasu. I am a father of 7-year-old. My daughter Yashasri is studying in a bilingual school in Fellbach, Germany.
Regarding the student-teacher relationship, what I realize is there should be an unconditional love between a student and a teacher such that there will be no gap in the learning from the student to a teacher or to a teacher to a student. This unconditional love will be establishing a person called as a learner, and the lecturing room can be called as a discussion room, and there will be only learning in that. I feel this is one of the effective way to establish a good student-teacher relationship.
What makes the student-teacher relationship click, in my opinion, is mostly emotions. So if you are high on emotions yourself, you can sort of infect others, especially children. You just have to make some sort of a clown of yourself and you're having a good laugh together and the ice is broken.
I am going to tell you 3 points that make a student-teacher relationship click. Point number 1, trust or faith. A teacher and student must mutually trust or have faith on each other. This will help them connect better. Point number 2, the student must be obliging and the teacher has to dedicate her best learning for the welfare of the student. Point number 3, as their relationship grows, they will both have a better understanding of each other.
I think being helpful and asking questions would make a teacher and student relationship click, because the teacher would help you and they can understand your way of working and adapt to it.
I believe would be the comfort level, the level of teaching and the rapport between the student and the teacher, which is very important.
I think it's their own personal interests that in which whatever they're doing, but the uniqueness as well that makes the student to fall apart from the herd of other students, and the uniqueness in the way the teacher, whatever he teaches from other teachers, should be kind of different. It's their personal approach is what really matters, I guess. So it's everything. The uniqueness is what human mind wishes for, because human mind wishes for variety each time, and when someone does it, they become their own favorite.
For me, the teachers that I clicked the most with were the ones who were really enthusiastic in the class, who were very passionate about what they were teaching, and who not only demonstrated the topics practically, but then also took a personal interest in our lives, apart from the educational requirements, but also with how we were doing in life, and if we were reading more novels, and if we're watching news, or if we're playing sports.
Teachers who taught us, I think at that times, beating a kid in a classroom is not seen as unusual. I still remember during my 4th standard getting beaten by my Hindi master. a part of school memories, isn't it? Kids these days, they don't have to suffer it, isn't it? On a more serious note, I would say the teachers these days, they had to adopt different types of different methods of teaching than just a conventional teaching, because teaching during the times of WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok is of course challenging. And one another point is that it was very harder to connect to the teacher as a person beyond the school bell during my times. But now with these teachers and for these kids, it is possible to connect beyond the school bell. So you are following your teacher on the Instagram, texting your homework to them via WhatsApp. So it is more avenues to connect, so to your teacher, and you not just see the person who teaches you, but also the person behind who they are as a who they are normal in their life.
One of the memorable experiences what I realizing in the teaching is one of the best is when we are discussing about the petrol and diesel engines, suddenly a student came that, sir, is that possible to replace all the engines with electric vehicles? And this question provoked a lot of avenues for learning, and then we came up with many more journal papers regarding the replacement of IC engines with the electric vehicles, and we found out at what possible limit we could replace the IC engines with electric vehicles. So that one question from the student changed the perspective of learning within the classroom into a discussion sense, such that everyone was learning a lot.
One of the funniest classroom experiences, difficult question. Not because there are so few, because there are so many. Especially if you work with children, you have a few occasions every day where you're just laughing. And I remember when we're doing some kind of traffic education with the children, you know, how to cross the street, and if the light is red, you don't go, and if the light is green, you can go. Sometimes the smaller children expose their parents who are sitting in the back, and they go like, oh, my daddy once went over a red light, I saw him. And the dads in the back go, oh no, please don't. So that's usually quite funny.
Yeah, to speak a lot, there are many funny and memorable incidents. So one memorable incident was like, during the class has like, like back in school days, like Maggie or, chapati and paneer like was, privileged food. So like whenever, like we take to, eat it in the lunch break, so it would have, magically disappeared, from your lunchbox. And when you ask your friends about that, like they tell you that they don't know anything about that, and those guys are the ones, like who would have, done those like ate those things. So yeah, there are many more to say, but I found this one like, that was quite memorable, and like most most funniest thing.
My most funniest and memorable moment would be when my teacher got scared of a spider that was on the wall next to her, and she screamed and didn't come to her table until my friend took the spider away from her.
COVID times. Yes, it's been hard for the students, parents, and teacher moving from conventional way of learning to homeschooling or online digital schooling or offline schooling. It's been harder, yeah. But it gave a chance to collaborate more closely with the teachers and see your kids taking part in the class, understand what's the challenge both the student and the teacher are going through. But as a parent, it was not stress-free because we also had to manage it alongside the work. So you're working from home, but still had to handle it. So the relationship, in fact, has evolved through learning, and this was the initial times to go through it. So I guess we would get better at that in general, but eye-opening, I would have to say.
which teacher had the biggest impact on me, that would be my maths teacher from my 11th and 12th standard. He has greatly influenced me. He helped me learn difficult concepts in maths, and he made it very interesting and fun. Every day would be a new experience learning from him. He used to teach in a very methodical and nice manner, which made things very easy for us.
I think the best impact a teacher has had on me is when I won an art competition in the whole school.
For me, the best impact that a teacher has had on me was my professor, who during my master's course was invigilating my class, and he caught a student cheating during the examination from his phone, and he took that student's answer sheet and told him to go to the hostel and just learn the questions and the answers, and that he would give him full marks if he could just go back and learn those questions. And that made a big impact on me, because it was then that I understood that marks really don't matter. It's the learning that's important.
A best impact a teacher had in my kid, I had to say two things. One is putting the love for learning in her, and second thing is to put the eagerness to get back to the classroom, be it in person or online. And this was very much evident from the way that she talks about her interaction with the teacher after coming back from the particular class, and her eagerness to get back into the class by saying, "Dad, I don't want to be late to the class."
What people sometimes don't see about being a teacher is that you have to be Mr. Smiley Face all day. So even if you're having a bad day yourself, and every one of us knows that happens from time to time, as soon as the lesson starts, you are Mr. Smiley Face and all eyes are on you, and that can be quite challenging sometimes. But it also helps to make a transition from your mood. So if you're like that and you go in and you teach a group of children, and after 45 minutes you're going out like this, so it's the best medicine too.
About the US Lovingly Pavi YouTube channel, I sincerely thank Pavitra Akka and Sriram Anna for making this attempt to showcase the efforts of teacher on a special occasion like Teachers' Day. And I sincerely wish this YouTube channel to reach many number of people, that is countless number of people, and touch their hearts.
As a teacher, first of all, appreciate your teachers. And second of all, love your life, do what you love, enjoy every moment. If you like someone, tell them. If you're happy, smile, dance. Just enjoy life while you have it.
On this Teachers' Day, I would like to dedicate a poem to all the teachers around the world. It is an acrostic poem. T. Trustworthy person. E. Empathetic. A. Adorable. C. Caring. H. Helpful. E. Ever-loving. R. Respectable. Happy Teachers' Day!
I would like to thank all the teachers who taught difficult concepts and made the life of students much easier. If not for the teachers, every block would have been a stumbling block for students. So I would like to thank everyone for all the efforts and hard work they put in to make the life of a student much easier.
So my message to the viewers of channel would be, yeah, as always, like stay happy, be positive, and yeah, like if something happens in your life, like if something like some mistakes or some bad things happen in your life, it's think that it's for your own good, because like if something bad happens now, good things are on the way. So yeah, so stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.
My message, it is a happy Teachers Day to all the dedicated, committed and talented teachers out there. Happy Teachers Day.
Always enjoy your moments in school because you won't have another time when you grow up and have a job. Like, share and subscribe to our channels, Yours Lovingly Pavi and Madhavi Makesh. And also don't forget to keep encouraging us.
Never stop learning. You don't even have to be a student for it, or you don't even necessarily have to be enrolled in a course for it. You could, for example, learn a new recipe, or learn how to photograph, or read a new book, or just learn how things operate. Anything, it could be anything. It just gives your life more meaning, keeps it more interesting, and yeah, so keep learning. Happy Teachers' Day to everyone.
Time is one of the most valuable resources. Dear parents, teachers and students, I thank you all for taking your time to record your views and opinions as a mark of our Teachers' Day special. But before we close, I have one more thing to share with you all. While organizing for this Teachers' Day special, I came across many teachers and professors from schools and colleges, and during my interactions with them, especially from the teachers from India, there was one recurring theme: the financial state and the living conditions inside the home of an average teacher in Tamil Nadu, and by extension in India, is not that great. Teacher's salary is poor. So, life as a teacher in India was already hard to start with, even before COVID pandemic. This pandemic has made the situation even worse. There were teachers who lost their jobs and had to find themselves day jobs, and those who did not lose their jobs had to work for 40 to 50% of their salary. Under such financial conditions, it is unimaginable to make ends meet, in spite of which there were teachers who had to spend their hard-earned money to buy a laptop and to pay for the internet so that the classes can go on uninterrupted during the pandemic. The reality check of life pushes them to a limit where they mention that they are happy even when they cannot do much of savings, and as long as they do not have to borrow loans. Here goes the call for action. Mata, Pita, Guru, Deva. While placing the teacher on a level as God, let us not forget that they are humans with a life to lead and mouths to feed at home. So let us all do something that puts a smile on a teacher's face, because we all know that they deserve that. And if you happen to be a part of the school management, please consider raising their salary levels back to the pre-COVID times to start with. So it was an enjoyable and still a gripping experience for me making this video. I hope it was for you too. So until the next video, it's your